Hi boys and girls, this is Nick J. Barrett from Success Luminary. Now in this video I want to talk about prospecting. Prospecting or lead generation. If you're doing like a hotel meeting, if you're still doing hotel meetings, or you're at a party and the conversation gets on to, what do you do, and somebody asks you, and you're going into sort of recruiting mode, then that's fine. If somebody sort of starts giving you objections or excuses, the definition of an excuse being a well-planned lie, if somebody's giving you objections and excuses, yeah, you can give them all the patter and all the rest of it to try and placate those excuses, but if they're still giving you objections that are really, when broken down, it's because one, the idea wasn't theirs, and two, because they don't really see themselves dragging themselves across the finishing line, so that's going to come back at you in a barrage of excuses. Then at the end of the day, just say no, move on. As Danny Johnson once said, if you kick them and they're not moving, then fair enough, but if they're walking dead and they're still giving you objections, then next them. The point I'm trying to make is, don't be chasing leads and prospects. Don't be afraid to say, you know what, I don't need to work with you, because if I'm having to persuade you and push you now at this juncture just to get you to look at the opportunity, that means that every time I want you to upgrade or go to the next level or do this or do that, go on a conference call, we're going to have this same old discussion where I'm going to have to keep pushing you. And the question's got to be, do you really want that? No, because at the end of the day, you're a professional, you have standards, and like any other business, it's not just about recruiting, it's not just about prospecting. If it was a Fortune 500 company and it was a sort of somebody came for a job, or you were talking to somebody regarding a job, it's an interview process. It's an interview process. You can't forget that you're wanting to know whether you're going to be able to work with this person. It's not just a question of, yeah, come on board, sign here, sign anybody up, because you've got to think of, how productive is this person going to be? Are they going to need a lot of attention down the road? So remember, it is a interview process. That means you have to be professional, and you shouldn't be chasing people, because it doesn't really get you anywhere. Because I'll tell you something, that we all do it in terms of like in a group situation where you've got several people on board, whether it's it doesn't have to be about work, it can just be a discussion or anything, and you've got one person objecting. We always tend to focus our efforts on that one person who has the objection or who doesn't agree, trying to placate them and forgetting about the 6 other people that are already on board. That's just a natural kind of thing that we do as human beings. So you've got to not be afraid to say, next person, I'll speak to them. This has been Nick J. Barrett. Click on the link below and check that out. I think you'll find it very interesting. All the best. Goodbye.